This, I forgot to pull it and show you in my live, but this is the customs thingy that you go into when the time comes. They come around to your car and then send you in here and you go through customs. If only it were that easy. If you have been watching my saga, then you know that it's been a bit of a trek getting down here to the U.S. Now, as you can see, I'm still unpacking. I've got piles and piles of stuff still behind us because I may have mentioned this before. Our house in Canada was about twice the size as our house in Oregon. And we did not downsize enough. So finally, I have stuff moved around enough that I have my computer set up and I have my camera set up and I can come in here and talk to you. And I hope that this is recording. It says that it is. This is a new program for me. I'm just figuring out how to use it. It's weird, but my DaVinci it just kind of stopped working. I upgraded it, and now it doesn't work. So I removed it, haven't reinstalled it. This is WinMaker, which I thought they had done away with years and years ago, but apparently they still have it. Anyway, welcome to my world. My name, of course, is Lorrie, and this is my new world. I guess it's still my world, but my new location of my world. And I'm looking out my window right now, and the sun is starting to set, and it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous view. And one of these days, I'll share it with you, and I'll take you out into the garden. I did shoot some video today of Dave cutting down um, the overgrown and very in bad shape roadies that were in front of my window, and they blocked it. They were probably 10 feet tall, and probably the first 6 feet of it was just sticks. That was it. And then there was some greenery at the top, but it blocked everything in front of my window. And now it no longer does, and I can see the sky, and so I am super happy. But anyway, welcome to my world and back to my story of getting to Oregon. So, if you watched any of my lives during the journey, then you know that I was delayed at the border the first day. So we went to go across on the 3rd of January, and the forms that you needed to fill out changed on the 1st of January. So I did not have the correct forms. And when you go across in Victoria, it's like they have an hour and a half to process you. And and then the ferry leaves, right? Like they have no choice. They can't make the ferry stay because one person needs to be verified more than what they can verify in that location. So the one mistake that the gal made was telling us that we had to go to the consulate um, in Vancouver the following morning. Or not the following morning because the following morning was Sunday, but on Monday we had to go to the consulate before I should try to cross again. So we did. Dave, I sent him on his way. Him and the cats. Of course, I had all the cat materials in the car. So poor guy, kind of got stuck with that. Um, but yeah, anyway, so I sent him along with the cats because our stuff was arriving at the new house, this house, where we didn't have enough room for half of the stuff that we brought with us. Um, yeah, they were arriving on the Monday at 8 o'clock in the morning, so somebody had to be here, and that person ended up being David. So yeah, he had to come down here, which he does not like to travel without me. I don't know if you know that, but he does not care to travel without me because usually I'm the one making the arrangements, and he might be driving and doing taking care of all that stuff, but I usually make the arrangements for the hotels and do the check-in. So all he has to do is get us up to whatever room we are in. Anyway, so off he went down here while Mom and I went and found a hotel because, it was January 3rd, so it got dark 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So, yeah, we did that. I found a hotel up near the ferry to go to Vancouver the following morning and got on the ferry the following morning and went and stayed at a hotel right downtown Vancouver that was actually right across the street from the U.S. consulate. So, Mom and I stayed there, talked to Dave. Everything was fine. In the morning, um, I have Mom, and we've got her a transport chair for the trip just to make it easier if she had to go into the bathroom somewhere or whatever she had to do. So here I am with her because it was a little bit of a hill to get. You had to come out of the hotel and then go around the corner and up a block, which was a little bit of an incline, and then across the street, and you were there at the consulate. But so I didn't think Mom would be able to walk up that hill, so there I am pushing her in this little transport chair, and of course me, push her into a bump, a crease in the concrete, and almost tipped her out of the front of it. Thank God I managed to avoid that, so she didn't go tumbling, and we made it up to the top of the hill and across the street, and then we get to the other side of the street, and there's a little bump again. And you're supposed to be able to tip this transport chair back. Well, I could not tip it backwards. So thankfully, a good Samaritan stopped and helped me out, helped me get Mom up over that lip and up onto the sidewalk, and we go to the consulate. Well, there's already a bazillion people at the consulate. And this is like 8 o'clock in the morning or something. So and the ramp was blocked off with a great big sign. And I went and I looked at the sign and I thought about moving it, and I thought, no, I better not. I better not touch it. So I didn't, and I went down, and I've got Mom just sitting there. She's covered in a blanket from the hotel, and she's sitting in her transport chair looking all pathetic and stuff. And anyway, there was a guard or an officer or whatever that was patrolling outside, kind of just, letting people know which direction to go and maintaining law and order and all that stuff. And he came up and I says, well, I have a travel emergency. I have my mom here. I have to get her down to the United States. Told him what happened at the border crossing in Victoria. And he tells me, well, there's nothing that we can do for you here. Anything that we can do for you here requires you to have an appointment, and to get that appointment could take anywhere from 3 months to 2 years. At which point my heart just sinks. But he says, just go to the border, explain to them what's going on, go to the border, and best of luck to you. So and this takes 10 minutes of talking to this guy, and then he's like, you're wasting your time here, you can't do anything here, just go to the border, and if you have to come back to Canada, you have to come back to Canada, but you got to get your mom where you got to get your mom, blah blah blah. So anyway, we go back to the hotel, we check out of the hotel, we go get the car. I go get the car down in the dinky little parking garage, scrape the crap out of the side of the car. But made it out there, got her out of the car. She has learned how to use my GPS. She's getting quite good at that. And made it to the border. And I'm going to pause for just a second. Okay, anyway. So, where was I? Anyway, yes, we made it to the border crossing. And, I'm a big proponent of legal immigration, and I have said that from the beginning, and I have maintained that even through the stress and the difficulty that we had to go through. I still think it's the best way to do it, because had I lied at the first crossing and said I was just coming down here to see Mom, I would have been exactly what I despise, which is an illegal immigrant. And that would have been like super, super hypocritical of me and just not in line with who I am and what I'm all about. So, yeah. So anyway, we get to the border and we're going through there, and of course, I've been flagged, right? Which she told me I would be flagged, and when I crossed the border, that the best thing to do is to, keep being honest, keep telling the truth, tell them what your plan is, and so that's what I did. We had to pull aside, and we had to go into an office, Mom and I, and Mom used her little walker or her little trolley car. It also works as a little walker, so she was able to walk in, and she's standing there. And anyway, long story short, they let me through. They let me through. I explained what was going on, and I told them. I said, my plan is to get my green card reactivated and live out my life in the United States. Um, Hopefully, I live long enough that I can be naturalized and become a citizen. That is the ultimate goal. And I know I applied for dual citizenship many, many years ago and was denied because of the way the laws were set up at the time. But now I don't even want dual citizenship. I'm ready to just be American. Uh, yeah. Anyway, back to my story of my travel. So we got across the border and we made it here, and yeah, and that's about it so far. So I don't know what else to tell you about the trip. I mean, it's good to be here for sure. It's been a couple of weeks now, just over 2 weeks, and we are still, like I said, as we open boxes, it's like trying to find places to put things because we just have too much stuff. We've had a lot of it we've given away to various, well, I'm assuming it's going to various people, but we've donated it. We've gotten it given away to people who can use it. And we're continuing to do that as we go through stuff and move stuff. And, so once I get my card reactivated, I'll be able to go back to work. And I've been looking and finding some local, I guess they're not really consignment shops, but they're like bargain, I don't know, not garage sale isn't really the word for it. They're buildings, big buildings with multiple kiosks and multiple vendors. So each vendor has their own little place. And I don't entirely know how it works yet, but I am going to be going and finding out. And look, I look so huge in this. And it's got paint on it. I'm a mess. Anyway, yeah. So what else can I tell you? What else do you want to know? If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments and leave a comment if you've made it through this far. Uh, yeah, I guess that's it for today. I will be having a video coming out for Survival Seeds 2026. I am going to be a part of that again this year, which I'm super excited about because I love gardening. It's going to be a challenge here. I've talked to one of the neighbors who enjoys gardening as well, and he says he has given up on tomatoes because we just don't get the heat in this part of the country because we're so close to the coast, right? When it gets hot um, in the valley, it just pulls the fog in here on the coast. So, we don't get the 80s temperatures that we need for tomatoes. So it's going to be a challenge for gardening this year. Anyway, I think I might have a couple other clips of our trip, and I may come back and say goodbye, but this is probably going to be goodbye for now. You're probably tired listening to me ramble. But yeah, watch these clips. It'll be fun, and take good care of yourself. I'll see you soon. Bye now. So if you've been following along on my saga, you know that we did not get into the U.S. yesterday and that we have to go to Vancouver. There's Meemaw waving at you at the car. So here we are at the BC Ferries Terminal in Swartz Bay, British Columbia. There's our ferry. Hopefully we get on that one. That'd be fantastic. But yeah, there's our ferry, and here we are. Here's a complete stranger waving at us. Hi there!
Should be on the 11 o'clock.
Yay! And other people. All right.
What day is today?
Sunday.
Sunday. And when did we start our trip?
We started our trip last Saturday.
And when were we packing?
2 weeks ago.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever done in my 85 years of life.
Why? What's your problem now? No, those you're not repacking.
I'm repacking. Well, just,
You are
just unpacked.
No, we didn't just unpack those. Those were here.
Those were here.
Those were left here.
By whom?
Somebody who lived here prior to us.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We did not just unpack those. I am not that psychotic.
What are we doing with them?
We're going to donate them to somewhere.
You guys want them? Anybody want these things? Whatever these things are.
Miniature wine decanters.
They're heavy.
Yeah, we don't want them.
No.
No, they're not crystal. They're just glass.
Thud, thud, thud.
All right, is that all?
That's it. I just thought I was doing something ridiculous. It is.
Look at what the packers packed. I'm going to go show Dave so we can get his reaction. Look at this very important thing that we packed, honey.
Oh, crap. Really? This is all kitchen stuff.
All right. Oh, dear Lord.
Well, there's more over there.
Oh, dear heaven. Our house is not big enough.
This is jars, ornaments, and dolls.
Okay.
This one is big pot, coffee, garbage bags. I can't find. I still can't find the ones that are unmarked that have.
I found another one that's unmarked.